Well. If it isn't my stream slash YouTube VOD. YouTube VODs, I'm watching you. I'm answering comments. You guys have comments? I will answer every single one because I'm a nobody and I have time. Let's turn on some music. Today we'll play a little more upbeat stuff because we got a lot to do today. Boop. Let's just pull up my channels here. Boop. Shut up. Okay, go to Twitch. Zippy, hello. How's it going? Patootie, you're a cutie, Patootie. Hi there. Hold on, we're almost done. Copy, paste, enter, go. Okay, we're caught up. So if you guys didn't see yesterday, we made a lot of effort. Oh no, actually, if you're not on the Discord, I did the UI last night. I did a lot of the UI last night. So this is where we're at with things. This is, oh, hold on, I'll get out. This is the current UI for the game, Elements the Game. How does everyone think about it? Is everything legible? Is everything readable? This is on ultra wide resolution. The goal is whatever your primary display is, the game will go borderless full screened on that display, and it will scale the resolution accordingly on all of the UI elements. So everything from the listed elements over here to the elements over here to the health bars that need to be made. The card itself here, this card is this is the detailed look at the card. There's going to be smaller elements on the board and you mouse over it and this is what appears. So with all that being said, how do we feel about current made ghost? Well, hold on, Mr. Zipper. All right, calm your pants. We're looking at UI elements. When we come back, we'll redeem a little bit of redeems. So this is kind of where we're at with things. I feel pretty good about this. I think the bars look pretty good on those yellows. My only concern, no, I think it looks fine. I think it looks good. I like it. My only concern is when we, so let's get out of this. Right now it's on my borderless full screen, but instead of my full screen, let's do, this is display mode. Just by making width equal to display mode dot width, it basically grabs your monitors for current width of the resolution. Instead of 2560, let's do something like, what's like a standard width? 1280, right? Okay, that is not the correct width. Wait, hold on. What's the step below 2560? Resolution X180. 1920. Ah, okay. So 1920. So now here's the problem. When we squish the screen a little to be what normal people would have as their monitor, you see some issues with the UI elements. So we need to move all of these UI elements on the side inward a little bit. I think that's the issue here. The real problem is 720p. This is where things get disastrous. Yeah, it's a problem. Also, let's get back on board here. Hello. So yeah, this is kind of the issue right now. So, the goal is today to fix all that. So dm.width, dm.height. So now it's whatever your monitor is. So yeah, at this resolution, at my resolution, it looks great. There's no like competing. Everything's on where it needs to be. It looks good. That's stretched the wrong way. 1920 by 720. Well, whatever it is, 1280 by 720. But in any case, the resolution isn't scaling correctly, specifically the bottom left UI. So that's going to be the goal right now, is to base it so instead of just me doing magic numbers here, it's actually going to be in between these two lines. So let's do that right now. So the way we have this set up is I have a function called why is nothing loaded right now? There we go. Okay, so I have a function called draw UI. And this one function, let me boop, boop. This one function takes care of all of the UI. That is all of this. That's just drawing the UI. So, what are we doing? I know this is, well, let's just draw this now. Horizontal line. This is vertical line. This is vertical, 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 vertical. This is three-way line. And then flip, 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 flip. Oh. Down. This is facing down. And then this is facing up. Three-way line up. This is me lying. This goes here. This is also up, I think. Or maybe not. What is this supposed to be? This is, well, what doesn't render when I do this? Ah, this is your name bar. Okay, that's what it is. So this does go here. And this is player 1 HP bar. I guess we can just do HP bars. Every time we resize this temp rectangle, by the way, it's that's us doing a different object on the GUI sheet. So if they're 2560, it chooses a different layout than 1920. You can create different setups depending on the user resolution. Well, no, the goal is no matter what resolution you have, no matter. Bye, GUI. Okay, see you later, Zipper. Sorry, I just saw that. All right, see ya. The goal is no matter what resolution you're at, every element of the UI just scales appropriately. That's the goal. So right now it looks great on my monitor, but the bottom left UI kind of gets a little bit junky. So we're gonna see that here. We're gonna fix that right now. So this is elements, right? Because it's rendering the Quanta symbol as well. So this is HP bars. And I do the same thing again, except this is Quanta bars, because it's the same. I don't know if you guys know this. This health bar and these little element UI bars, it's the same image. It's just scaled down. So just putting that out there. Stick around for a bit longer to be respectful. Understanding you will eventually see the bit of comments. Okay, see ya. You know me. You're reading me like a book. You know what that means, chat? You're almost to second base. Okay, so what's next here? We are going to change the relative X and Y. So this is all relative. This is correct. Meaning the size of the rectangle we're rendering is all relative to the width and height of the screen. Right? So temp F is the render box it's going to, which is width, which is 1/16 of, sorry, oh God. It's 16% of 1/6 of the resolution of the screen. Width, that is the size of it. So this is all relative, that's correct. Relative, relative, beautiful. And we divide by 2 because these are the smaller bars. So before we do that, let's do this one first. So what's going on here? Resolution width divided by a third. Oh, I see the problem. Because the render X location changes, but the render Y location is the same. Same with width, same with height. The issue I see is that we need to shrink it. Wait, why is that not relative? Hold on, is that the same size? This bar here, is that what that's what we're gonna look at. So let's do elements, the initialization. We listed a bunch of resolutions. 1280 by 720. This is going to be the hardest one to build a resolution for. This is the Steam Deck resolution. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Well, obviously the UI is not shrinking correctly. That's weird. Is this really the Steam Deck resolution? That's so ugly. Also, we might have a problem with cards not being able to be seen. Oof. Because the resolution of the card's always the same. I'm worried about the top of the card here, but we'll see what we can do here. It's just, it's difficult to, Although, I know an easy fix for this, to be fair. All we would have to do is just, right now, we have the render location just changing by X and Y. But, all we have to do is just change the Y value to be this card divided by 2, instead of just the Y value 0. So, the height's divided by 2, so that way it goes down. So that way you start up farther on the card. Because if you highlight a card here, this is where it gets the most difficult. So maybe it's like, you bounce back, and if you flip it under, if you go too far, then it moves up the card. That's probably a pretty easy fix. That's not that hard. Because over here, you're fine. Here, you're less fine, so you need to fix that as well. But that's kind of the issue here. Man, I didn't think Steam Deck would be so hard to make a UI for. Okay, so in any case, we need to shrink down this HP bar whenever the resolution shrinks. Okay, so this temp F is our floating rectangle that actually changes the width and height. So the X value is the width of the screen times that. So why doesn't it shrink? Oh no, that's the X value. Oh, I see. I see the problem here. So instead of temp W, what do I do for the other elements here? Oh, I don't do anything. Oh, those are the same size. Oh, the bars are the same. Okay, well... Interesting. Interesting. So what I'm actually doing is instead of temp W on this, I'm actually doing temp W we have to keep temp W because that is the actual width of the object, and we want to do temp W and temp H in these formulas somewhere in order to keep them like aspect ratioed correctly. So it's going to be the width of the object of the UI object that we're rendering onto the screen multiplied I'm trying to think about how to do this where it doesn't affect the object at my resolution 2560. I guess it's never going to be wider than 2560, but how do you adjust the width of the object to match the resolution? That's so difficult. Could you do something like resolution of the screen dot width divided by that value? It's gonna end up being super wonky though, huh? Oh yeah, it's like nothing. Ideally, we would multiply by some fraction. Yeah, it would multiply by some fraction. This is actually perfect. Oh, I could just do that. How do I make this half size? And then, so we have to take into account the resolution somehow. That's such an interesting problem. So if you did something like... What would be a good example here? I'm trying to think about how to go from top right, the current rendered UI, to the bottom left, that rendered UI, which is exactly half the distance. You'd probably have to take into account the 1/6 of width value. That's what this is doing. That's what this number is that's the X value of where it starts. So what if you just have the width be... What if we just abandon temp W entirely? What if it is just this value, which is 1/6 divided by, we'll go 1/2. No, it's not going to be 1/2. It's going to be like 2/3. Something like that. See, that did not work at all. But it should be here. I'm surprised that didn't work, actually. It didn't do anything. In fact, it made it longer. So it's the resolution of the screen times 1/6. So that is this yellow bar here is that length, this length here. Then I multiply that by 2. Oh, sorry, I divided. I need to multiply it. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Let's try the same thing here. What? Those are quanta bars. Same thing there, I mean. There we go. Okay, and then we just change the X value to be relative. Plus temp dot width. Maybe that'll work. Ooh, that was not what I wanted. So maybe instead of subtracting temp dot width, we just have nothing. Oof, too much, too much, too much. Temp dot width. So it is temp dot width times 1, or I guess just divided by 2. Okay, that worked. Okay, sweet. Now let's try the actual full size resolution here. The big boy numbers. Width of my screen. Height of my screen. Okay, bottom left turned out perfect. That is now a scalable element. That's done. The top right goofed, so it's not moving left appropriately. So this is the width of the resolution multiplied by that number being this value here. Oh, maybe that's my issue. This should be 5/6. Why isn't that 5? Oh, it's divided by 2. Oh, that's where I'm getting it. Okay. Yeah, all right. Now this is making sense. All right, so we're going to add this divided by 2. Okay, we're getting closer. Divided by 4? Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to scale down the resolution again. Oh, it's almost good. Why is that messing up? The top right. 5/6 plus width divided by 4. Huh. Code Toil, it's my... To what? Say it, bitch. It's my birthday? Oh, hello, happy birthday! Mwah. Hope you have good tidings and whatnot. Hope you enjoy your birthday cake. Gotta have birthday cake, it's your birthday. Refresh. A bit happened. Hello. Ignore the giant bit on the screen. That is... Oh, it's not a bit. That's 43 bits. Oh, look at a little Mr. Sugar Daddy over here. What the heck? Thank you. I happen. Welcome to the UI stream where we try to build around Steam Deck and hate our lives. Okay, so we're gonna keep the health bars the same height, probably. I don't see why not. Actually, I do see why not, but we'll ignore that for a second. So it needs to move to the right, or move to the left. So we are subtracting here. Currently, our X value. What if we just get rid of that? Okay, that's too much. Okay, so something here is kind of off. So we have our width of our object divided by 4, always, added to resolution 5/6. How about instead of adding it, we just have like a flat, whatever it is. In this case, 5.16. Oh, that worked. Okay, hold on. Let's jump back here. This is dm.width, dm.height. This is 12. My resolution is 2560 by 1080. And it looks good. Okay, we're getting somewhere, chat. We're getting somewhere. I'm thinking about moving into C++ for a career. Currently working as a Java dev, 2 years experience, and I'm getting bored of web development. CRUD all day, every day, no real programming. Based. Yeah, fuck Rust. Am I right? Listen, all right? I feel you, because when you looked at LinkedIn, how does it feel that all of the jobs for like, there's no Rust jobs, and it's beautiful, it's wonderful. Fuck memory safety. We live life on the edge, bitch. My debugger, my trash collector is my operating system, okay? Java isn't web development? Well, you know what he meant. Come on, cut him some slack. He's a Java developer, okay? You gotta pat him on the head and be like, okay, good job, pat, pat, pat. Listen, C++ programmers cannot afford to gatekeep, okay? This is a war, and we're losing. JavaScript dev? Oh, come on. What JavaScript dev calls himself a JavaScript dev? They're Java, baby. I started doing QKDB. Joke's on you. I don't know what the fuck that is, Teddy. Hello. Backend for huge Angular Java Spring, and I mean giant enterprise healthcare system. Oh, I work for healthcare. Sweet. Does it have as many bugs as it is at work? Listen, chat. It's a universal truth that if there's medical technology, there will be a bug that severely hampers use. But nobody gives a shit because everybody fucking lowest bids it. Java is its own programming language. I know that, but I don't know. Do you call yourselves a C++ programmer? Yes, because we're proud of who we are, okay? We worship the shoes of Bajirkson. Okay, next on the UI element, now that we've got the health down, little quanta elements. So this is ultra wide screen. This is gonna be wider than you guys are ever gonna see this game. This is for my resolution. And if it works here and it works on Steam Deck, which is disgustingly small, it can work on any resolution. That's the goal. So quanta. Quanta is an issue because what's gonna happen, because right now it looks good, right? What's gonna happen is this, initialization. So 12, this is Steam Deck resolution. You ready? Look at this. Disgusting. So the health bars are correct, which is the big blocks here. But the actual quanta, oof. So how do we fix this? How is this gonna be readable to players. I don't want to change the height. I feel like that's going to be important because there's going to be font numbers in those slots. That's why that is what it is. We could make them a lot shorter, like width-wise. We could do that. Before we do that, though, let's come back to this resolution and let's change the width and height of them. So the width is currently resolution width times whatever that, oh, that's the X value, sorry. Width divided by 2. I don't like that because that needs to be relative to the resolution. So what did we do here? Let's just do the exact same thing, except just divide by 2 at the end. I wonder what that would do. Did that do anything? Okay. I guess we'll try... Oops. I guess we'll try, old resolution? Oh, that worked! Oh, wow. Okay, good job, Gary. Jesus. I don't know how I did that. Wow, that worked out really well. We just need to adjust the Y value, and I think we're done. Holy shit. I didn't think that was gonna work so well, actually. That's still the same? Wow. That's cool. Okay. Over. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, that did work. What the fuck? Okay. That was really easy. The height is fine, but the value that it starts at is weird. This. So what do we have here? The height of the resolution of the screen divided by 2 plus the height of this rectangle times 1. I did the times 1 there because I was fiddling around earlier too. It's not readable. It's run faster, think later. Oh, the way I program in C++ based. Angular is a JavaScript framework. Java Spring is a Java framework. Dude, talk about pretentious names. In C++, we have Vulkan, SDL, fucking SFML. We have like acronyms. We're like the military. You guys have like Angular Fresh. You guys have like tech names. My primary language is Java, which is not JavaScript. I don't dare touch C++. Oh, it's not that bad. Look at this, chat. Look at this UI stuff. Does that look scary to you? Nah, it's easy. I tested my friend's PC, 3080 Ti or some crap, plays Minesweeper really nicely. Oh, cool. I have an RTX 4090. Water cooled, actually. I have 128 gigs of memory, which I'm currently using 16 gigs because I'm a VTuber. I have a i9-13900K with 3 cores going up there. Damn. Oh, is this onboard graphics? Wow, really? Yeah, and then I have 4 terabytes free. I have a good computer. Not the 3D version? Oh, didn't even know there was. Ray traced Minesweeper. So the Y value needs to change. But we gotta be a little careful because this is like going through a loop to kind of render it all. And here it's correct. Height divided by 2 plus this. What if instead of plus, we just don't do anything? That looks weird at this resolution, right? It does. So how about we add, instead of temp.h, we go resolution.h divided by, because this is what we're adding, so we're moving it down. We'll say 1. Wait, we're dividing by 6. Go. Too much, too much. Okay, way too much. Let's try 12. still too much. 24. Now that's juicy. Okay, perfect. In fact, up there it looks good too, but I think that's also a separate loop, right? Yeah, it's a separate loop. Gotta be a little careful then. So this is gonna be the same as this. Just to check. Ooh, that looks worse. Okay, but that's different. That's like the top right. So what it should be is 12. We'll try that. Okay, little bit further. Let's go like 16 or oh god. 8. Too much. Gary, what the fuck are you doing? It's relative UI, okay? This is peak performance, chat, and if you don't like it, you gotta deal with it. Also, we're going smaller here. Let's try 9. There we go. Okay, so now let's shrink the UI again. Oh god. All right, Steam Deck, how are you fucking me? Okay, so here's the thing. The height, we're looking at the bottom left here. The height and the width of these bars is perfect on the left side. Right side's a little weird, but that's more of a for loop thing than a resolution thing. The top right of the UI, however, is a bigger problem where it's not getting adjusted at all, except the entropy is where it needs to be. It just needs to move to the right. But we'll do the bottom left UI first. So the loop is a little weird. It needs to start one up where it is. So what's going on there? This is the loop. Okay, so render graphic temp rectangle is equal to the x, y, 30, 30. This is temp 2, so this is the quanta symbol. That's never gonna change. Render copy F, so this is rendering the quanta symbol. So temp Fy plus equals the height divided by 18. When I mod 6 is equal to 0, then set the 7th element onward to be equal to these. So I'm messing this up. Instead of adding the height, that doesn't need to be there. That's why. Okay. So the bottom left UI needs to move up like 2 pixels. Actually, no, that is fine. They're Steam Deck users. They can deal with a little bit of a bad UI. So the top right now we can work on. Actually, this is fixed. Oh, we fixed it. Yeah. It's not all fucked up now. Actually, can we just like instead of 2, can we do like, or the Y value, can we do like, oh, this needs to get fixed. That's why. This is boom, resolution divided by 24. Let's try that. So now it's even. Ooh, I don't hate that. On this super small UI, I kind of like that, but we'll still not do it. So it's the same. So we're going to offset it. So we're going to add. Actually, this should be 48 then, huh? Instead of just having all this. Oop, extra parentheses there. Okay, go. Whoa, that's weird. Oop. Okay, redo, play. Okay, so that's correct. So now we're going to add what are we adding? What are we adding here? We need to add not resolution. Actually, I don't want to do the temp rectangles at all. This is just the Y value, right? So it should be, instead of 24, it should be a little bit more, right? This is just the X value, so we'll do like 23. Nope. 22. This isn't working at all. 16. There we go. Okay, Jesus. 16. Let's go a little bit more. So 12. Okay, too much. 14. Okay, that is perfect. That's excellent. Okay, please work at bigger resolution. Oh, I need this. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels so good, chat. You have no idea. Oh, wow. Scalable UI. Get fucked. Oh, nice. It's a tough one, LOL. I like trying new foods or places, so it changes a lot. Do you have a favorite? Right now it's sushi. I'm all about that experience. Sushi emote. Listen, chat, I got priorities. Okay. Lurking fat guy. Hello, fact guy. How you doing? You gonna come in with our logic? Okay, so bottom left looks great. So this is the resolution at ultra wide. We go out of this. We change the resolution to be hello? We change the resolution to be Steam Deck. Boom. Scalable UI, motherfuckers. Okay, so now the top right, but now we know a lot of the numbers here. We just have to adjust the Y values on the other end. I am fine with the quanta being rendered the same on both ends, because this is just like one player's point of view. If you flip to the other side, you know, obviously it's gonna have the same values, but flip there. Okay, so need to do the same thing, except the Y value needs to get lower. So this needs to be the same. Yes. We'll just replace the whole line. So now this is going to look weird, but bear with me. So yeah, that's way offset, but that's fine. We can fix that. Except get rid of that line. Okay. Getting somewhere. Instead of divided by 14, what if we just do divided by 12? That made it worse, but that's okay. So where are we going here? I need to change. The X value needs to change. That needs to be this. Get rid of the temp W, probably. Okay, so now we're way to the right, but that's okay. This now needs to be 0.16. Okay, so that looks correct to me. The Y value can change, but that looks correct. The Y value here is gonna be the same. Except, instead of this, you're gonna start at 0. But we'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, so this needs to go down, but that's okay. It's all relative. So now the width needs to change. I think we have the width down pretty much on the dot. And the height is going to be the same. Perfect. Okay, now we just move it down, and I think we're good. The starting Y value. So we'll go divided by 12. Okay, a little bit lower. We'll go divided by 8. Wow, that's perfect. Okay, so now we need to adjust the right side to go down quite a bit. We'll do divided by 6. Ooh, a little much. Okay. 5? Oh, too much. Oh, too much the other way. 7. little bit more. 6.5. There we go. Oh, Steam Deck resolution is done. Oh my God. Fucking Steam Deck, man. I tell ya. Jesus Christ. Who uses a 720p resolution? Okay. So if everything looks good here, we're gonna scale the resolution back to up to ultra wide. Let's see how it scales here. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, chat, I'm just gonna walk off screen for a second. Look at how good this looks, chat. Ultra wide resolution and Steam Deck resolution. Done. Done. Oh, thank you. All right, so everything else needs to be scaled a little, like the health bar that's translucent. It's gonna be a translucent green rectangle. That needs to be scaled as well, but most everything is gonna be fine. We just have to flip between one or the other. It is nice. It looks beautiful to me. Oh, finally. Finally. Okay. Oh, wrong. Oh God, I closed out of the wrong thing. Hold on, chat. We're running blind here. Hold on, let me boot up my VTubing software. Just awkwardly wait. Normally you don't see this step. Just ignore that. Normally this is before stream stuff, so sneak peek. Woo, hello, hi, hi, hi. Go away, little girl. Okay, thank you. Okay, first thing, can we just copy? Hey, ooh, 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 undo, undo. Undo, undo, undo. Paste. Copy, paste, dm dot width. Just so I don't have to keep remembering this. So this is Steam Deck resolution. This is whatever your primary display is. So for now, we'll test everything on primary display, and when I want to scale UI, I'll just scale it to the Steam Deck. I guess we could also try some other random resolution, but that's negligible. I guess we'll try like 1920 by 1080, but it shouldn't matter. Everything is relative now. Yep, looks good. Oh, it feels so good to have scalable UI. Oh my God, I don't have to stress about it anymore. Oh, so good. My. Okay. So now Steam Deck is our small resolution test. My monitor is ultra wide resolution. If it looks good on both, it'll look good on anything. Okay. Fuck UI. All right. What are we doing now? To be honest with you, I don't know. I expected that to take longer, but we just nailed it on the first try. That's convenient. I guess we could start having cards appear on the screen. We could work on your hand. We could work on displaying numbers on the screen for quanta. I guess we could. That wouldn't be bad. We could start having a hand that you can click on, I guess. I tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. Part of the UI is gonna be quanta symbols. So temp is gonna be equal to, where's my GUI? No, I don't need GUI. I need, yeah, I don't need the GUI PNG. This is a, ooh, I kind of want that box though. I do kind of want that box. That does look kind of based. I don't know how big that is though. I guess I could shrink it. I don't want it to be this size. Okay, hold on. Let's add a new UI element here. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Man, this green background is not helping how visible this is. Okay, so what's this spot? This is 40 by 489. 40, 489. Width 81. So 41 width, 41 height. Okay, that's easy. Okay, so now that square is the new temp rectangle. So now we have to do temp F, which is the actual rendered box we're going to be using. The X value is going to be Relative float resolution dot width. Oh, we're gonna need a few parentheses here. It's resolution dot width times 5 divided by 6 minus oh god, relative resolution, oh my god, minus resolution dot width multiplied by the value of, oh god, what was the number we had earlier? What was, like, it was all relative. I'm trying to think of what the x value was. Was it 2.5 24ths? I think it was. Oops, I did not do that correctly. So that's the x value. Float. This is the y value. Y value is going to be resolution dot height divided by this value. So basically we're making a square. Except instead of 2.5, it's the opposite. It's 21.5. Then we have our width. Our width is going to be our width needs to scale with UI, so it's always based on resolution. Resolution dot width. This is getting huge. Jesus Christ. What is this line? Height? What? Java is a compiled language where output runs on the JVM. It's used by JetBrains IDE, Minecraft, server-side code, Android, and you can be used in the browser too. Wasn't it so bad that Minecraft had to make like a second thing? Hold on, let me just zoom out here so I can just see everything on this function. Why is this function so long? Damn, what a long function. Oh, it's the X value that's really getting me, isn't it? I bet I could refactor this to be more succinct, huh? But we'll see how this looks. It's gonna be resolution width. What is it gonna be? I almost want this to be the, it's 2.5 24ths. Oh, it's this. It's width. Oh, okay, I got it. It's width times 2.5 24ths, because that's one square. And then the y value is gonna be I guess we'll just make it a perfect square. See how this looks. Okay, this looks complicated, but the whole point of it was this looks complicated, but the whole point of this was to why is there an issue? Expecting an extra parentheses. Yes, you are. So now we can SDL render copy F, where we're going to be rendering shit, I don't have big ones textures yet. Oh dear. That's awkward. I have it in the files. Yeah, the big quanta. I don't actually have textures for big quanta yet. That's awkward. I kind of need those. I guess we can start. Wait, my elements, does that take into account at all? Element names. The card one does. For now, I have to be careful because I can't add to the elemental data pushback because I go through that whole list when I render the UI. So I think what I have to do is add it to the element themselves. Quanta symbol. Make symbol. Wait, did I do that? Entropy. Make symbol, make background. Oh, that's the background for the card and everything. I guess I could just have like a big symbol, like SDL, texture, pointer, big quanta, or I guess quanta symbol, big symbol, something like that. And then make big symbol. Something like that. I think I can do that. Does everything still render? Does everything still work? Hold on. Does not. Missing a curly brace. What? Expecting a parentheses. Did I screw up somewhere? Yes, right there. Oh, come on. Still? Float. What the fuck? 1. Oh. 2, 3. I was missing one there. Go. Okay, so everything works. So now we are going to, under our elements, we're going to be entropy dot make big symbol. Need a new texture. Copy, paste, big. This is, I happen to know it, 120 by 120. Entropy, big, quanta, semicolon. We're gonna make a new vector. Standard vector. Oh, it's gonna be part of the element. No, we already pushed back on it. We're good. Yeah, we don't need to push back anymore as long as game loop has access to elements, which it does. Sweet. Save it. Everything should run. Okay, so the graphic gets rendered. Okay, perfect. So before we do anything, we're gonna have to change this later to be relative, but for now we'll just render the this. Fuck, wait, no, this doesn't work. The texture we're rendering is the GUI. I guess I could, I have the elemental vector. I guess I could do that. It's just, it's gonna only be a temporary solution. So, element dot, fuck, forgot the name of it. Quanta dot, that's a vector. So it's gonna be bracket 0 dot quanta big symbol comma. Okay. So we're gonna use a rect here. That rect is not this. That's just the square. Although that's gonna come back later. Hold on, sorry. I forgot what we were rendering here. This is the temp GUI, which is gonna be GUI. Address of temp. Address of f temp. Semicolon. Okay, so now it should draw a box. I don't see a box anywhere on the screen. What? 4489. 4489. 81530. 4141. Resolution dot height divided by... Oh! Now we should see it. I do see it. It's so bugged. It's right there. It's like really wide too. Okay. So the height is all fucked up. Okay, it's a little better. I see that. Maybe instead of height, we just delete it? So it's just width? Okay, wow, that worked perfectly. Holy shit. Okay, so now we just need to make that smaller, significantly smaller. So that would be like a width thing, wouldn't it? So maybe we'll do 1.25, 1.25. That is still too big, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It needs to be like 1. That's better. I don't hate that. I kind of like that, actually. I do kind of like that. I just need to move it to the right. Actually, I could just duplicate it 3 times for our purposes. But if it's gonna be that, wouldn't we rather have the bigger square? It's already kind of pixely anyway, I guess. It doesn't really matter, does it? We should use the bigger square though, huh? Although it's kind of buggy, or not buggy, but it looks, this is missing. I can't paint on this either. Oh, yes, I can. I can't draw on it. Oh, it's on the rectangle, that's why. Okay, so now we can draw on it. So color tab, this, draw. Perfect. I think that looks good. Nothing else is super out of place, right? Okay, I think we do that. I don't like the wood color on it though. It looks kind of weird. I like this one more. Never mind. Never mind, I do like that one more. Okay, but if that's the case, I still need to, I kind of want to make it smaller. I don't know. Maybe it's like a little bit too big. Maybe it's like 0.8 or something. There, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so now we just make 3 of them. So for loop int I equals 0, I is less than 3, plus plus I. Gary, that's C programming. What the fuck are you doing? Listen. You can insert breaks at a lot of places. Your code will still work. If you use optimization mods, you can improve Minecraft's FPS significantly. I don't know anything about Minecraft. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. So that's render 3, where temp f dot x plus equals Itself plus... Oh, that's so... It's like relative. I guess it would be its own width, wouldn't it? It'd be this. Go. I don't hate that. Actually, I kind of like that. It's kind of dope. I don't know. I'm looking at it on my stream. It actually looks kind of crisp. Okay, okay. I don't totally hate that. So now we need some in the bottom left. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's try Steam Deck. Well, no, let's render more in the bottom left here. So the same thing, except this temp value, everything is the same except the starting X and Y location need to change. So this should be 1/6. And this needs to be 2. Oh, that's right. The height needs to change. So instead of starting at 0, this is 21.5. Go. Well, not exactly what I wanted. So this is 1/6 of the screen. Did I subtract it? Oh, I did. In fact, this shouldn't even be here because that's the width. So that's correct. This needs to be height times this. There are errors because we are missing a parentheses right there. Okay, that's right. So now it needs to come down where it's just the height. Oh, it's height minus that. My bad. Well, okay. Interesting. Imperial Angel. Oh, thank you for rating. I'm Gary. Gary the Goo Boy. And I stream every single day. Welcome to the boring UI stream. where we just have fun with the UI. In fact, this should be 2.0. Oh, geez. No, it's not. It's amazing how 0.5 can make all the difference, huh? I think it actually has to be this way. I think this is just a quirk of having the ultra wide is you get weird stuff like that. This needs to move down. Why is that so high? Which is just a Y value problem, right? So it's the height of the screen minus this minus the width, which is the same as the height, right? Oh, I never changed that to 0.8. Oh, my bad. That's my B. Oh, no, it's still fucked up. Wait, what the fuck? Why did that not do anything? Gary, do you feel it? Ray class beckons? Oh, I know. Friday, baby. Friday's gonna be fun. We get to look at all the stuff. So the X value is spot on. It's just the Y value that's all fudged up. So we have the height of the screen. Then we subtract by the width of the screen times that. This being... Oh, this needs to be 0.8. There we go. Hey! Sweet. Maybe we should move it up and away just a little bit. So let's do like 0.9 and we're gonna be subtracting? We're gonna be adding. This is 1. Go. There we go. So it's a little bit off the beaten path there. Okay. That looks all right at my resolution. Now the real test. Okay. Now the real test. The dumbass Steam Deck resolution. Go. Chat. I don't think that looks bad. I think that looks totally fine. Maybe the top right ones are a little bit weird though, huh? Like up here. Those are a little bit too far down, but besides that, I mean, this is all right. I'm gonna go make fried rice. We'll look a bit though. Well, thank you for the raid. It's been a while. Hope you've been well. Bro, Warzone is so good. Joke's on you. I don't even know what you're talking about. So the Y value of the top one here, equip boxes. This X value needs to be subtracted by this resolution, which is 0.1. And then the, whoa. Wait, what does that do? Okay, that's fine. The height is too much subtraction though. Except this needs to resolution. Oh, right. Subtract. I'm not gonna like this though. Yeah, it's too much. 0.4? Actually, I don't like this at all. Oh, 0.1, right? What do we do with this other one to make that so much cleaner? Why is my Y value all fudged up? So this is the Y value we should be working with here. So this value here. Well, if we just get rid of this, what are we looking at here? The height divided by this. What's the opposite of 0.9? It'd be 0.1. Okay, that's fine. Because we're dividing by that value. Actually, wait. Why can't I just set it at the height? And then we just subtract by this same value. Maybe that's what we should do. Whoa! Okay. Oh, sorry. Add. Well, if we don't do anything, it's just on the top, right? Wait, what the fuck? Where's my Y value? Wait, I am so confused. Oh, it's dot height. It needs to be dot Y. That's why it's fucking weird. Ah, there we go. And now we subtract that value. Aha, okay. Sorry, add that value. That's why it was confusing. I was doing height, not Y. Ah, now it's relative. Okay, juicy. Okay, so now we scale up the resolution to be, you know, not dumbass Steam Deck version. And then... Okay! Chat! I think we got ourselves a finished UI! Well, not finished, but close enough for our purposes right now. This looks good! Yeah, I really like this. There are elements that are gonna go on top of it, but this is just the background UI. We're not... Everything else, ooh, do we... This is only the background, right? Nothing on this screen will ever change. I feel like we should now have a separate entity for everything else. Does that make sense? I think that's what we should do. Because as it is, I'm very happy with the UI. Very simple, very fine. It's trying to display a lot of information in the elemental quanta in the corner. But I feel like this is okay at any resolution, right? Let me just flip back to dumbass Steam Deck resolution here. 1280 by 720. Can you believe that? Same information. Same exact information. The only difference is now Everything is just shrunk down. Is there any obvious issues here that I'm not seeing? Because if there's not, I'm gonna say we now have support for every resolution, so long as the rest of what we do gameplay wise can be constantly adjusted. So stuff like fonts. Then again, do I need to change the font size? Because this is the same font size as like a borderless full screen game. Like if we switch to not 1280, but like 1920 by 1080 or something like that, the gamer resolution, the font is still readable. I almost think we should not worry about it, really. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, shit, that worked out really well, actually. My only concern is this little 3. You guys don't see it, but it's like a 1 pixel off situation. What's going on there? I didn't notice that was an issue until we did 1080p. That's the 3-way bars. Oh, we're doing this like -1 magic number shit. Okay, fuck that. Yeah, now it looks off, but that's because the X value needs to account for the width divided by 2. Yeah, you are subtracting width divided by 2, width divided by 2. I think what the problem is this should be 781. Kind of worked. 782? Nope, everything's off. Jesus. 779? I'm just thinking about like adjusting the... Yeah, this is where it's terrible. Adjusting the thing. So I think 881 or 781, sorry, is going to be the closest we're going to get. Maybe we could even cut the Y value off a little. So instead of 734, it's 37. Oof, too much, too much. I think it's the best we're gonna do. It's fine if it's 1 pixel off on some things. You're not really gonna notice that, right? I think that's what you do here. I don't know, it kind of bothers me though. Although to be fair, it might be this that's fucking up. Because these point up, right? Ooh, sorry, shit. This one. There we go. Now it's all there. Okay, beautiful. Try pulling out a 4K monitor and see how it looks on that. It would look like this, what you see on the screen. The only difference is it would just be, you know, wider and taller in terms of pixels, but the actual like resolution size, the aspect ratio is what I should say we're testing right now. So yeah, I think it looks good. Now we scale the UI elements back wider, so we're back in my land here. Well, let's do Steam Deck first. Does the UI flip there? No, kind of does over here. I see it. But these look good. What's going on there? Do I still have magic numbers somewhere that I don't see? I'm looking at this set here. Is there any like +1, -1s? I don't immediately see them. Okay, so Steam Deck I care less about. It's more my resolution and like 1080p. 1080p looks good. Hopefully mine does too. What's funny is that this side is fixed now and this side isn't, but whatever. Less people are going to play at my resolution. More people are going to play at 1080p, so I need to prioritize that, sadly. But chat, I think that looks good. I think it looks totally fine, actually. I like it. Okay, I like this like gray wood gold trim thing we got going on. It's it feels good. Okay, I think we're done with background UI for now. This will be the very bottom layer. Chat, here's the trick. Can I get away with not rendering this every scene? I don't think I can. I think it does have to be rendered every scene because when we buffer the next frame, the buffered frame, not buffered frame, the frame below the frame to be rendered, right? It goes bottom up. So the very background here behind the card must be rendered in the buffer every frame. Otherwise it just disappears. So I guess you can't just load it once and be done with it. Every element on the UI must be loaded constantly. So right now, idle, we are sitting at 43 megabytes of RAM. Is that fine? Probably, right? Just idle UI stuff here is just 43 megabytes of RAM, not reserving any more, so we don't have like a memory leak. That feels fine. Feels okay. I don't totally hate that. I'm just doing this so I can see if I can trigger some sort of memory issue. I think we're good. Yeah, 43 megabytes pretty constantly. Can you render the background to the same target buffer and just use that until it needs to be updated? The problem is that the background, all of the UI elements, all the background, the squares, the quanta symbols, these are all, it's not an image, right? If it was just the background texture, I could probably get away with something like that. But I think it's more wise that we just render everything on screen. It's not like there's that much to render. It's not like it's not like when we did the bullet hell shooter where we were like rendering like 15,000 bullets a frame constantly moving, right? And just seeing what a 4090 can do. It's more so like a card game where even the UI, this horizontal bar here, there's only like 14 instances of that bar going across the screen. So it's not like it's that much anyway. I think it's fine. We have like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 150 objects on the screen. 8 dozen-ish. Well, maybe not that much. Maybe like 100 objects on the screen at any given time we're rendering, but they're really simple objects, right? Simple rectangles. I think we're fine. Yeah, agree. Well, hi there, Crypto Racer. Welcome to the UI stream. I'm debating on where do we go next. I think we stay away from UI for now. I'm almost debating actually making the fucking card game. You know what, let's look at something else besides this Odiug while I'm thinking here about what we approach next. I think the UI is pretty satisfactory for me right now. 1, go. Whoa, that is the wrong fucking thing I changed. Whoa. Okay, this needs to be 1. Jesus, you changed one value. There we go. Ooh, beautiful. Early optimization is the best. Well, it matters more than you think. I know people make fun of that, but we're not exactly doing a 10-year live service application here. What do we work on next? I'm debating if I want to. Here's what I think we should do. Let's have a hand of a creature and a permanent where when we click on them, they spawn onto the field. And when they spawn onto the field, we'll highlight them with our mouse and then see this full card art. So now we're not stuck following my mouse like a moron. So this big card is what the UI will show when you highlight an object, right? So we highlight it and this card will show and it's, ooh, so pretty, so beautiful. Do you see that shadow when we drag this around? That's like a limitation of SDL. It happens when you like draw lines with it and stuff and move it around a lot. It's more noticeable when you have a lower frame rate. We are locked at 60, so I guess that's fine. Can we just run this program at 120 FPS real quick? Hold on. We don't have any like movement dependent stuff here. Initialization? No. Was it load game? Yes. Okay, let's go 120 frame rate. Oh, that feels so much smoother. Oh, chat. How much more memory usage is that? Just doubling the FPS. It's not that bad. It's not really a memory usage problem though, is it? It's more of a, can your CPU crunch through it? Let me see how much my GPU gets pounded when I move my mouse around a lot. Okay, now it's climbing. Okay, that's not bad, but to be fair, I have a 4090. I don't know if that's actually makes things worse or not. CPU got stressed. But it's a super simple game, right? Memory's not going to change. Size is 1 megabyte. Okay, that's not bad. I kind of want to keep it at 120 FPS, but I don't know. Can the Steam Deck run things at 120 FPS? Does it have that capability? Can you render the background to a target buffer? You should have dynamic FPS. Well, for a card game, is that necessary? I don't know. I kind of just want to set an option or something and just be like, what frame rate do you want? But like, it's a card game. What computer can run things at VSync? It's so, I know for you guys, it looks like 720 and it's 30 FPS, so it doesn't mean anything. But I have a 140 FPS monitor, and let me tell you, chat, this looks a lot smoother from my end. I don't know, do you guys want like a Dropbox? Oh, I know, let's test it. Fuck it. Let's try it. You guys want to download this? Okay, hold on. Build, finished, okay. File, okay, we're all saved and everything. Close, let's try it. So let's copy it. Let's paste it here. Yes, replace all files. Okay, so if everything works, that's the zipped file. So, well, the old zipped file. File, compress, add to archive.zip. Remake test, okay. All right, so let's upload this to, wait a second. Elements, the remake, test. Okay, so this is the new thing I just made. Let's go to Google Drive. Go to Drive. Elements, the remake test. Go here. Uploading file. All right, let's have you guys download it and see what's going on in a second. Organize. I mean, that's old though, isn't it? Okay, almost finished. We're like 80% there. I'm gonna have you guys download it. If you guys have Visual Studio, you should be able to build it. There will also be a .exe with it. Good luck. Okay. So there's the file. Okay, couldn't preview file. Okay, Elements, the remake test. Uploaded today, 109 megabytes. Okay, we should have everything public, maybe. Share. Copy link. Share. Anyone with the link. Copy link. Done. Okay, so if you guys want to try it, here's my Google Drive. You should be downloading Elements, the remake test. There is another one on there. You only want the test. The one that was uploaded today. It's 109 megabytes. Let me show you the code so you don't think I'm hacking you or anything. The goal here is you should be able to not open this at all. Ideally, you'll go into the folder, which is this one. You would click elements, the remake, x64 debug maybe? One of them. There's a .exe on there. You double click it. Oh, I know why. Oh, Jesus, I can fix it. Wait, if anyone's doesn't start up, I know why. Sorry. I know exactly what happened. I fucked up. My B. This should work though. Hold on, does this work? Elements, the remake, 3D object, text document. Scanning documents? Warning. Oh, it's the warning errors on it. That's cute. I don't get a .exe though. An application file? I guess we don't. Kind of annoying. GUI, game loop textures. Wait, I guess you guys may have to build it because the debug doesn't have the same information. It's kind of annoying. I don't know why it wouldn't. I'm sorry. In fact, I can already tell this needs to be copied over. Why would the debug file not have the same information? Hard backgrounds. Debug error abort. Uh-oh. Wait, does it work for you guys? If not, you should be able to just open the Visual Studio file in the folder. And when you do, you should be able to render it. You may have to... I am able to compile it. Okay. Screenshot. Yeah, let me know if the UI looks good on yours. I mean, well, I guess I could just ask, does the UI look good on yours? I think it's fine. Also, if anyone wants to test it on a Mac, it should be able to work. I mean, SDL is platform independent. Hell, you might even be able to run it on iPhone, maybe. Open up the command prompt. Oh, and just do it there. Oh, shit. Yeah, it looks nice. Thank you, Crypto Racer. Mwah. You get goo kisses today. All right, sweet. Chat, I think it's time for us to move on from basic UI. It might be time to actually make the game, which means we do like click the hand and something happens. I'm thinking if there's anything else we need. UI is now scalable at any resolution. We don't need to make cards yet. We have 2 cards, and that'll be enough to test everything. We have abilities. I think it might be time to actually start making the game. Like interactivity, like mouse clicks on thing. No, it should only run on Windows. How do I close the app? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you have to Alt F4 or right click close window. Sorry. We don't, I guess I could just add that real quick. Hold on, let me show you how to do it. So you come down here to your game loop with your while pull event queue, which is taking in all the input of the game. If oh, I guess, hold on, you can just do this because it's already typed. Or, because SDL quit, meaning you close out of the program. Or e.type, which is the type of input. SDL space? SDL key space. Oh, fuck, I gotta do like key system shit. SDL mouse down, mouse button down. That's what it was. Okay, so now when we run it, it'll run. Oh, look, it's the game. Oh, I want to get out of it. Then we're just gonna click and it should. There you go. That's all you have to do. 2 bitwise operators for an OR symbol. E.type is double equal to SDL mouse button down. So now when you run it, you click down and you quit the game. Oh, those numbers there, these are all the X and Y values of where creatures are going to spawn. I just forgot to take that out. That's like debug shit. That works. Yep, that works too. Yeah, but that's the wonders of SDL. You get cool stuff like that. Easy. That's why, listen, chat, you talk about libraries that can handle input. If Counter-Strike uses SDL to handle user input, I think a card game can, I think any game can use user input from SDL. I think Blizzard games use SDL as well. I know all Valve games do. So Counter-Strike, wait, is Counter-Strike a Valve game? I know it's on Steam. Oh, I guess I never knew that. Oh, shit. Anyway, I know Team Fortress 2 uses it. Half-Life uses it. Yo, Gary, how you been? Slink phone. Look, we have UI. Oh, and look, oh, even better. Look at this. Let's say you're one of those dumbass 720p goddamn whatever users, Steam Deck users. Look at this. Hold on, it's beautiful. Boom. Fucking. Oh, gets me rock hard. I fucking love UI scaling when it's done right. God damn. Woo. All right. At this point, chat, I really am thinking a lot about like what we're gonna do next. Here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna make. Okay. Oh God, there's like, I'm like in my head, there's like circular issues I have right now where it's like, I want to build the hand like module. It's like, okay, here's your hand. We already have the deck module, right? So that's beautiful. But it's like, here's your hand. Oh, what are you gonna do with it? Blah, blah, blah. But like, okay, we have our hand module. Click the button, it summons the card, right? But then I'm like, okay, well, before we do that, we probably should do the rest of the field module and like summon creatures where they need to be when they get clicked on. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, but how are we gonna test that without having the hand thing? But then we have the issue of, in order for us to have a hand, we have to have a deck we can draw out of, which I can kind of simulate, but like, we only simulated it so far as like adding, removing a card and shuffling it. We have our shuffle algorithm down, but woof, woof, I tell ya. I don't know where we're going from here. Oh, I'm running 1920 by 1280. Well, let's look at what you're running here. What did you say? 1920 by 1280. That's a weird resolution. Let's see what it looks like. Uh-oh. Wait, where's your health bar? Oh, you son of a bitch. You picked a resolution that's weird on purpose. Where's your health bar? Why? Hold on. Did I fucking disable the health bar and I didn't realize? No, there's the health bar. Wait, what the fuck? That's fine. Steam Deck is good, right? God. Okay, so Steam Deck should be fine. Yeah, there's little health bars. Wait, why does... Why does that not work at your resolution? 1920 by 1280. Oh, why doesn't that work? It's being cut off? But it shouldn't. It's all relative. It's not like I'm subtracting like a flat number. It's just relative to each other. So HP bars, that's right. So the bottom left one is 0.16. It's, bear with me, it's 0.166 times the width of the screen. That's your X value. How does that make it invisible? What is the height? The whole screen minus the whole screen times 1.5. Oh, that is a flat value. Oh, that is cringe. Well, that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter though, because all the quanta looks correct. Why does that disappear? It's not like it's a floating point value error. They're all floats or rounding error. 1920 by 1280 is a 4:3 resolution. Oh. Nothing is going wrong? Crazy idea. Go from displaying a PNG to a JPEG. That would be crazy. Fuck that. Hey, listen. I specify to every artist, I want a PNG, okay? Hold on. You see this art, chat? You really think this isn't PNG? When we make a Phoenix, do you really think this is not? No, look at that. .png, motherfuckers. This shit is going in there as a raw ass pinch. I think the first spell we should make is reverse time. That's like the easiest one to test, right? You just click a creature and it goes into the top of that player's deck. Like that's like the easiest spell in the world to make, right? It's gonna be, oh, sorry, I'm itching my eye. It's so itchy. Where's my mute? Where? Oh, muted to me. Okay. Why does this resolution fuck up the UI? Why can't you see health bars? It's not just the bottom. Oop, sorry, I clicked. It's not just the bottom left that's gone. It's the top right. Why? So where's my top right resolution? It's here. So that's the X value. So it's less than the max. The Y value is Y plus half of the height of the rectangle, which is 140. So you're telling me if I got rid of this, it would show. It does not. What the fuck? What? I don't understand. I am so lost. Why does this resolution not show the health bar? It's this. Am I missing something? Are we like subtracting a value that's like putting it out of range? Every other resolution works this, but 4:3 fucks it up? Everything else about the UI is fine. It's just the health bar disappearing that's confusing me. It didn't disappear. You want to know what happened? My monitor isn't 4:3, so look at this. The card is meant to flip when it hits the top. That is the height we're missing off of it. So it is there, I just can't see it. Okay, so chat, I guess I'm gonna ask you, what is the same aspect ratio as a 4:3? What's another 4:3 aspect ratio where it's 1080p is as the max? Because that's the max height of my screen. What monster has a 4:3 monitor? 4:3 resolutions. 1440p by 1080. I can do that. 1440 by 1080. Oh, never mind. I'm a genius. I accounted for it already. You do see the health bar. In fact, it looks really wonky. I mean, 4:3 users, is this like ignoring the card? Ignore that part. How do you feel about the UI? Is it tolerable to you? It's just a really weird resolution. It's like the game is more horizontal in my head, you know? I have this weird core memory during university where a weird dude asked me if I would like to look at his deck class in C++. I turned him down. He also shot people from, soft air gun. Okay, thank you. Jeez. Whoa, thought you were about to blast me. Hi, Cream Pain. Hello. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, so the resolution's fine. I didn't see the health bars because my monitor cut off the UI because my monitor is not meant for that. Okay, so let's save that. That is square. This resolution is based on your primary monitor, whatever it is. That's the goal. The game runs at 120 FPS. We'll stick that for now because why not? See, like the UI looks better on like a wider screen, doesn't it? And then we have one more resolution, and that is Steam Deck, which I think is 1280 by 720. And if anyone wants to correct me, I don't blame you. So this is the resolution of a Steam Deck, and I think that's fine. Maybe the squares could be made a little larger. I could probably fix that. I don't know, I think it's visible. Like a Steam Deck is not. Like this is the actual resolution of the Steam Deck. I feel like that's readable enough, even on a smaller screen. And if you ever wonder, you can just click it and be like, oh, that's what that does. Oh, that's what that does. Man, Steam Deck's kind of broken on the resolution thing though, huh? Okay, so then we go back to my size. We need to fix this card situation. I think when it goes too far left and if it's too far right, then change it. So where's my, that'd be under card, right? Looking for an if statement. If is creature equals true. Update rect. Ah, here. If m location x minus 20 is less than whatever, minus 40 is less than whatever, 20 and 40 being the x and y offset of where everything in the card is rendered from, which is the top left corner of the art for my reasons. Because the border is built around the art and it was easier for me to handle with the card art. My bad, it's a 3x2 screen, not a 4x3 screen. Oh, but in any case, everything is relative. It should work at every resolution. Maybe it's a little bit off-sized though, but we'll worry about that later. As in, I'm probably never gonna worry about it because it's fine. Okay, so then we're gonna do another if statement. If m location dot x is minus 20, that's the offset, is less than or equal to 0 still, or m location dot y minus 40, the y offset, is less than equal to 0 still, then what was that? Crypto Racer, hello. Mwah. Thank you for following. Oh, it's nice of you. Coming by, saying hi, I like it. Why are you expecting? Oh. Okay, let's try this again with the cards. So. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now we move it down here. I'm worried it's going to go even further down. Oh, wait. Doesn't do anything. What the fuck? Oh, no, that didn't work either. Yeah, in fact, it's, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. That's why I need to worry about the outliers, not the inliers. My bad. If location dot x, I think we just need a separate one. I'm debating in my head. So we check. We don't have the opposite. We don't have a if. Oh no, that's only a problem here, huh? Because normally it's never gonna be a problem on the left and right until it breaks over here, then it flips, and then it can go off screen because that doesn't account for that. So what we need is another if statement where after that, if location is less than equal to 0, but it's not the x value. It's not the x value. Is this what I'm even changing right now? Hold on. If I just undo this, does it change? What does that actually change? Yeah, it doesn't flip. Okay, sweet. So then it flips. Now if after it flips, if M location Y is greater than or equal to... Oh, you don't know the screen resolution. Fuck me. Oh, do I need to put that in as a parameter whenever we render a card onto the screen? I guess I do. Because resolution could be dynamic. All right, fine. SDL rect resolution. So now is greater than resolution dot height, or the X value is less than resolution. No, it wouldn't be. It would be greater than equal to resolution dot width, which would only happen on like a Steam Deck or something. Okay, in any case, if that happens, then what do we want to happen? Well, let's do this first by passing into it a new parameter in the game loop when we render card data. Render card, you're gonna need the resolution. Screen resolution. Okay, run. Doesn't work because... I don't know why. Cards? Function declared with override does not override a base class member. Oh, I need to go up here. Sorry, I forgot. This was interface we were fucking with. So render card will take an SDL rect resolution. Okay, now it'll work. Okay, let's try it. Up, left. Okay, here's the big one. Left. Shit, I didn't think about that. Hold on. It's the height of the card as well. Fuck. If this number plus M location dot height minus 20, or the Y value plus M location dot height. Okay, now let's try it. So up, left. It doesn't work. Maybe this is why? Maybe the values are right, but this needs updated then, huh? Thank you for following Nim Original. Hi, my favorite movie is Secrets of Nim. I like that movie. What a great movie. Gary, why do many magic numbers? This is, oh, no. Sorry, hold on. Just to be clear, these are not magic numbers. This minus 20, minus 40, plus 40 shit, this is because when we render a card onto the screen, it will be that same sized card no matter what resolution you're watching at. Steam Deck or super ultra wide, which is like this resolution, right? No matter what, this card is going to be the same size. That's intended. Now, that minus 20, minus 40 is because for my sake of rendering the card, the top left of the art, that is the location everything is rendered relative to. So it's the top left of the art that actually matters. So that minus 20, minus 40 is the top left of the card. That's why my mouse is pointing at it right now. That is like the very top left of the card. That's minus 20, minus 40. That's where those numbers come from. That is intended. Okay, we did that on purpose. 40, 276, 412, 20 are still magic numbers. No, it's fine. This 296, 452, that's the size of the card. If you guys don't know why I'm doing this, it's because the card art itself is 256 by 256 resolution. And that is, I shit you not, the biggest the art can be rendered at. The problem with SDL, as great of a library as it is for like making simple games, one of its biggest weaknesses is its renderer is kind of weak. if you were to shrink this card art from 256 by 256 to like 56 by 56, there is an extreme loss in quality. It's like a big loss in quality. You have to like, okay, let me give you an example, all right? You see these little quanta symbols here? Those quanta symbols are not the size of the regular quanta symbols graphic that we have, which is like vector art. It's a 120 pixel size PNG. But if you look, these things aren't 120 by 120, they're 30 by 30. That's because in our, hi Pomni, in our quanta, you see we have 120 versions of whatever art we have. 120, and we have 30 by 30, which is what you see on like cards and stuff. So that's something we have to account for when we make this, you know? Because if we just shrunk it in SDL, there would be an extreme loss in quality. So because of that, my compromise was, okay, well, let's just make the whole card based around the art that is presented, because the art that you see here was the original art of Elements the game, whatever it was made 18 years ago, 15 years ago. That's the original art. And that art was made at pixel size 256 by 256. That was the actual size of the image. So this image you see here is the raw file of the art in the game, non-compressed, nothing. So I just figured this is the best compromise. And then we just built the whole card around it. Are you trying to make a game like Hearthstone? No. Elements the game is my favorite electronic card game because it came out before Hearthstone. It was a flash game on Congregate that was quite popular. What's cool about it is there's 3 tenets of Elements the game that I really like, okay? 1, there is no phase in the game. There are no phases. It's not like you can interrupt anything. When it's your opponent's turn, you don't do jack shit. Same thing with Hearthstone, to be fair. Hearthstone figured that out as well, but Elements did it first. Second, creatures do not attack each other unless it's like explicitly an ability of some kind, you know? Like gravity pull. There is no attacking creatures. Everything goes smork, no matter what, unless you have like, again, gravity pull, like exceptions to it. But generally, if you lay down like a 2/1 creature, it will attack the opponent's health for 2 damage every turn. And you have a lot of health. It's like 100 health. So what that means is in order to kill creatures, you rely a lot more on like stuff like Maxwell's Pillar, which like kills creatures, you know, Odiugs or fucking anything, right? Crowd control. It's very important that you do that. And then thirdly, something that we're going to do in this version of the game, which is going to be different. It's not going to be the same exact game. In this game, I want to do something unique. There's going to be 2 tenets that we do in this game that's going to be different than any other card game that I've ever played. In this game, we're going to take the idea of no phases to like the extreme. You don't have to draw if you don't want to, right? You're gonna have your deck. There's gonna be like a little light flashing UI, be like, hey, if you want to draw a card, you should click this button, but you don't have to do it. The reason why I think that's gonna be cool is because it allows you to make cards like when your opponent draws a card, destroy a random relic or something stupidly overpowered in any other card game. But in Elements the game, you don't have to draw the card. You can just kill it and then draw, or just not draw at all and pay a card to like not have one of your cards in the field destroyed, right? I think there's going to be a lot of player expression in allowing players to know whether or not to draw. And second, we're going to change how mana works in this game compared to the original Elements the game. In the original Elements the game, this Quanta stuff down here, right? This is, hold on, let me just reboot the program, but without the card showing. It's kind of annoying. Game loop here. Okay, so you see this UI down here, right? All these quanta symbols. The way it worked in the original Elements the game was you would draw land, Magic the Gathering lands, pillars in this case. You would draw a pillar, like an entropy pillar, right? The purple one. You would play the pillar, and then at the end of the turn, you would gain 1 entropy quanta permanently. it would stack with each other, right? There's no like resetting lands, there's no tapping, right? It's just you have 10 pillars out, you'll gain 10 quanta every turn, and it stacks, right? And that's fine. However, I think it's a little bit too archaic, right? I think card games in 2024, I don't think pillar systems are fun. I know why they exist, but I think it should be something you opt into. So here's kind of my plan for the game that I haven't really talked about yet, because we're now getting into the game design now that we're done with UI stuff, okay? In this game, I think what we're gonna do, in the original elements of the game, you had a mark, right? We called it a mark. It goes right here in this box closest to your quanta. This mark generated for you 1 quanta of your choice every turn. Basically, it's to kind of fight against like a terrible starting hand. You gain 1 quanta as like a pittance, you know? Or if you were clever, you did like an earth mono deck with time quanta, so you could activate some abilities that use time, right? It's a way to splash colors as well. I think in this version of the game, because it's my version of the game, I've been playing this game a long time. I made content for it 15 years ago, you know? I made a lot of content. I think what we're gonna do is overhaul that system. I don't think we're gonna have pillars in this game. I think what we're gonna do instead is the mark will generate for you 1 quanta per turn, and it'll stack. So 1 quanta turn 1, 2 quanta turn 2, 3 quanta turn 3, and every turn, all your quanta resets to 0. I think that's how we do it. Now, I said earlier, I liked the idea of like land being something you opt into. You opt into potentially having a dead draw. You opt into doing something. I think that's where pendulums come in. In the original elements of the game, there was something called a pendulum, which generated, if you had like a mark of entropy and you wanted to splash life in to activate Fallen Elves or something, your elf deck, what you would do is you would have a mark of entropy. You would then have life pendulums in the deck, and you would play your pendulum, and what it would do is it would alternate between life quanta, because it's a life pendulum, and the mark of your choice. And you would bounce between the two, right? And that is cool, but how do I do this? I think what we're gonna do in our game is you're gonna have the mark of your choice. It'll be it'll be like your Hearthstone crystals, right? It'll give you progressively more of the resource you want. You can also, if you want to splash colors in, you can opt into the system where you draw a land, in this case a pendulum. You would play the pendulum, and what I think it would do is your mark would instead generate quanta of that quanta instead of your regular quanta. So if it's turn 8, you generate 8 entropy quanta. You play a life pendulum, and next turn you'll generate, or the end of this turn, you'll generate 8 or 9 life quanta. And then it'll bounce back and forth, right? If your quanta resets every turn, I think this is fine. Now, we obviously have to play test that. I don't know how hard it'll be to balance pendulums. Like, what if you have like a 3-color deck? How difficult would that be? But then you have cards like Supernova that gives you all quanta or a lot of quanta in 1 turn, stuff like that. So I think we can balance around it. But I think that's gonna be like the root of our game, where it's like, if you wanna play it like Hearthstone, play a single monocolor, play it like Hearthstone. Or Shadowverse. If you want to play with lands like Magic, you can do that. You have multicolored decks. It's a difficult game to play, or more difficult, but that's the intention. I'm gonna go onga bonga on this. If you make a fun game, people will play it. Thank you, Cream Pain. I like to think so too. I love this card game, but I think the original, as much as I love it, and it's very nostalgic for me, Congregate Flash game, I think it was flawed. I think the land system brought it down. I think there were not enough cards in the game, because you have to understand, chat, there was a time in the game in which like every element had like 9 cards, which meant everybody played rainbow, which was every color, right? Oh, another big change. Okay, bear with me here, okay? In the original elements of the game, the most overpowered deck was rainbow. The most versatile deck was rainbow. Whether you were playing heavy control or super heavy rush deck, everybody played rainbow, which is all colors. I don't like that. So I think what I'm gonna do, in the way we're gonna balance this game, like cards we're allowed to add, is if a card is its natural like opposite, like fire and water, light and darkness, earth and air, death and life, entropy and gravity, time and aether, whatever the opposite is, if you add a time card to your deck, you can't add any aether cards, but you can add anything else. If you add a life card to your deck, you can't have death. If you add air, you can't have earth. If you add light, you can't have darkness. The reason why is because it allows us to have cards that would normally be really broken with each other be separate. So you can't do something like a Firefly Queen deck with Owl's Eye and make it like enchant permanent so the Owl's Eye can't be removed, which is just so stupid, right? Owl's Eye being a weapon that's like the best crowd control weapon in the game. It's like spend 2 air quanta to deal like 6 damage to a creature, which is just stupidly efficient, but it's air. It's meant to have really efficient removal, right? That's its identity. But then you have Earth, which is all about like preventing your opponent from taking actions, right? That's its whole gimmick. So you have Enchant Relic, which is make a target permanent, like immune, immortal, untargetable. So you can Owl's Eye, and then you can enchant the fucking Owl's Eye, and then you can flying weapon the Owl's Eye, so it's a fucking immune crowd control monster. It's just so stupid, right? But by exclusively allowing certain elements to not work with each other, we can kind of balance the game in a way the original elements didn't have. You can still do rainbow. So for example, if you have entropy in your deck and you have death in your deck, you can still use life quanta if you can get the quanta right, with like supernova, right? Because entropy has a card called Fallen Elf, which is spend 2 life quanta and mutate another creature into something stupidly overpowered every fucking time. So you can still use life quanta, you just can't have life cards with death cards. I think that's how we're gonna balance the game, in a way that the original didn't have that opportunity to. I'm thinking a lot about this. Have you thought about joining a game company? I think I should, like, well, the goal is to release this game on Steam for free. That's the goal here, because it's not my game, but I'm gonna make it a lot better. I just wanted to release it on Steam because everybody's played elements of the game if you played Congregate Flash games. No, I don't want to join a game company. I have a good career as a drug dealer behind bars in a medium security prison. I'm not kidding. I am that. I'm happy with my pharmacy technician job. I work for the government. I have great benefits. I pay like $2 a month in health, vision, and dental insurance. Literally. It would take a lot for me to join a game company. So right now, I just like making games. So let's make this card game. It's gonna be beautiful and wonderful. It's gonna be great. What they're asking you to do is something like const int card length equals 40 somewhere in the top of the file. Nah, we live life on the edge. Dang, I'm happy for you. I am happy. But yeah, that's the goal here is to kind of give a twist, elements with a twist. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be weird playing elements without pillars if you play like mono gravity or something. But I think it'll be a thing. We'll see how pendulums feel. I might make it where if you play a pendulum, like, I don't want you to feel bad drawing multiple pendulums. So maybe what I would do is like, if you play a pendulum, it'll give you the life quanta, and then it switches back to entropy, right? If that was your mark or whatever your mark is. And then next turn, you can just play another pendulum and it'll go back to generating life at the end of the turn. So you can keep generating life over and over and over instead of resulting it back to mark if you play multiple pendulums, so it doesn't feel like a wasted card. That's the goal here. Also, because we're not making money on the fucking game and everybody has access to like a lot of the cards already, the difficulty of Elements the game is not the trading card game. In fact, it's not even a trading card game. You can't trade. You're not gonna buy packs with real money. It's a free to play game, right? Truly, it's actually free. So the idea is it would be player versus AI mostly. I could probably do some networking on like multiplayer. That's not that difficult in a card game, right? Especially if it's like peer-to-peer networking and I don't have to do jack shit with servers. I think that'll be fine. Do I want peer-to-peer though? Maybe? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I guess I could do my old computer as a server. It's not gonna be that bad. Like, how many people are gonna be playing this at once? Like 10? I think one computer can handle that just fine. All right, I think we're done for today. Yeah. Hold on, let me paste this real quick. Fuck. Hold on, do I have that link for the Google Drive somewhere? Okay, copy current address. Fuck. Copy. There we go. Paste. That's the zip for testing resolution. Alt tab to quit program. Only download if you can build in VS. Smiley face. Okay, so I think we're done for today. Beautiful. Tomorrow, this is Pomni, by the way. I was like, why is this a background of Windows engine? What's the point? And I was like, oh, naked X-ray, ooh, hot, naked clown, and it's Pomni. I just thought that was funny. How many people are going to be playing this? Helldivers devs be like, well, we're not going to be Helldivers, but we're going to do a cool new card game. I think a lot of people don't realize what Hearthstone got wrong that Elements the game already figured out, and I don't know why Hearthstone didn't fix it. But anyway, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Playing creatures onto the field and from the hand. That's the goal tomorrow. That's going to be difficult, but whatever. All right, everyone, have a good night, have a good evening, give me kisses. Thank you for all the follows today. Goodbye. Bye, new people.